Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Edwin.
And I'm Joseph.
And this is Edwin and Joseph Talks. So today's video is something that's been picking up steam for the past couple weeks. Food contamination. I'm not sure what goes through people's mind when they walk through a grocery store and just pick up a tub of ice cream, lick it, stick it right back in the freezer. So, I mean, you guys got to realize this is, there's a lot of people that buy this food. You know, me, myself, I got kids. There's other people with kids. And we're buying all this stuff without knowing what exactly have people done to it. You know, in the past couple weeks, there's been videos emerging. Started off with the young girl licking the ice cream and putting it back. You had the video with the person who used the mouthwash and spit it right back into the bottle. This one, I'm not sure how true it is because it sounds really weird, but it was on Facebook. I believe it was posted by a news channel where an elderly woman had licked some ice cream and urinated in it and put that back. And then the most recent one I seen was two teenagers, you know, recording in a grocery store. Grabbed a handful of ice cream, started eating it, offered it to the person recording, and then they just slapped it back in there and stuck it back in the freezer. So, I mean, what do you think ran through these people's head when they're...
Well, they think it's funny. Like, ha ha ha, you know. But for me, well, we both work in retail.
We do.
Okay. For me, I see the overall effects that this is happening. So we're going to go all the way out. And we're going to start with the business end. So you have businesses that they have to produce packaging. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is even more packaging that they have to produce. So they might have to get special machines to do the packaging that they didn't have to before. They might have to change the design of the packages. There's a lot of things that they might have to do to keep people from tampering with their product to keep it safe. So that means for the overall consumer, prices are going to go up. Mm-hmm. We don't want that. We want prices to be low, not only for businesses, but the consumer.
So it's a domino effect. People are going to start charging retailers more to sell their products, which in turn is going to make the retailers charge us more to buy them. And I think that's something that these people, kids, whatever you want to call it, aren't sitting there thinking about when they're doing all this.
Now, also where I work, a lot of things are locked up or being locked up.
Everything from electronics to deodorant.
Now, Edwin mentioned deodorant. I've seen people physically put on deodorant and put it back. When you do a retail part of it, here you got to look at this in multiple factors. One, all that product being locked up is going to affect both the employee and the consumer. Mm-hmm. The reason why is you have to have extra people now to unlock this product. You have to have a consumer wait who usually gets mad that they have to wait to get this product. Not only that, the business is now having to place more money to buy this product because the packaging.
Not even talking about the special cases or locking mechanisms that they have to sit there and spend money on.
Exactly. Now, let's branch off the money for a subject, and let's just go to sanitary conditions, okay? You don't know if a person has AIDS, hepatitis. This list can literally go on and on with viruses and diseases that could be passed from one another through this.
You know, and I think the most disturbing part for me, like I mentioned, I have kids. You know, they like ice cream. I saw one video where a gentleman spit into a jug of Arizona tea.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I buy all the time. I don't want to come home and serve my kid ice cream that's been pre-licked by somebody. And I think, speaking out of a parent's point of view, if I were to see somebody sitting there licking ice cream at the store, that's not gonna go well. I'm not trying to play superhero to the grocery store and yada yada. I'm just thinking more or less like, what if I had picked up that specific carton of ice cream
Mm-hmm.
for my child? Like that. That is what gets to me the most out of it, because there are people who do buy those things, that do have kids in the house, and they eat and drink off of that. And it's not funny, guys. Like, it's not a joke. It's not something that I sat there and laughed at. Like, it genuinely disgusted me to see that.
When I seen some of those, I was like, this is blatant stupidity, all because they want to get some views, or they think it's funny. It's not funny. Just being on that side of the business standpoint, where I've had to claims out a product because somebody wanted to be funny with it. It hurts everybody in the long run. Everybody. So stop trying to be funny. You're probably going to make somebody sick in the long run. You're probably going to cause the business to lose a lot of money in the long run. You're probably going to have a lot of stupid stuff being locked up, or new safety measurements put on something in the long run because you think it's funny, and it's not.
And you touched up earlier a little bit ago on the people getting fed up and frustrated about having to sit there and wait for something to be unlocked. And yeah, I'll admit there's times where there is a good 20-minute wait for you to just come and get a thing of deodorant unlocked, and then even after that you have to wait for them to walk it up to a special register, and you have to sit there and wait even longer. But what frustrates me about that is people are sitting here yelling at us, oh hey, why is this locked up? This is stupid. It's reasons like this.
Yep.
It's bought upon by people who do things like this, but we're not locking stuff up just to be jerks about it. We're not locking stuff up because it's something we like to do. We don't like to have to sit there and get called in 5 different directions throughout where we work just to unlock a stick of deodorant, because people think it's cool to just come in and put some on in the store and stick it right back on the shelf.
And to get to a point where that's going to start happening with ice cream,
that's ridiculous.
It's really ridiculous. Now, generally, this is kind of a more serious video than what me and Edwin will usually do, but it's something that we're seeing going on that it needs to stop, and it doesn't stop until the people stop doing it and giving attention to, not the attention, the bad attention that shouldn't be there. Where people are posting this like, oh, you did blah blah.
Yeah.
No, tell them to stop. I even seen one side that said, I think it was down in Texas, if you lick this ice cream, we're gonna beat your.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right on their sign, they posted that, and I was like, congratulations.
Now something.
There you go.
Something I told you about this when we were talking about making this video that you didn't know. I don't know how many other people know. It's actually you can actually get up to 20 years in prison for doing this. Mm-hmm. You get caught, and you get caught by the wrong person, and they turn you in. That's 20 years you're going to spend in prison for taking a lick of ice cream at the grocery store. So, I mean, it's just stupid, guys. Like, there's nothing funny about it. There's nothing that I sit there and, oh, look at this cool guy. He licks some ice cream. It's gross. It's gross.
because sanitary conditions, business changes, and just overall happy people in the end. Think about what you're going to do before you do it, especially now that everybody records and puts stuff online. Really think about it. Do you have anything that you want to comment on?
I mean, I think we kind of we pretty much touched on the subject without getting too angry about it or using any kind of language we don't really need to. Um, just be smarter, guys. Like, you know, there's people with kids. Just think about what you do before you do it. It's really nothing to laugh at. That's pretty much all I got right now.
And with that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Don't lick ice cream.
Don't lick ice cream. Don't put on deodorant and put it back. Don't spit in bottles. It's gross. And with that, guys, we're going to end this video.
Thank you for joining us.